Well, what a difference 100 miles makes. Take a look at the roads here in Eugene and compare that to up in Portland. Tonight on KVAL News, find out if a white Christmas is headed our way. Good evening, I'm Denae D'Arcy. Thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. David Walker and Jennifer Winters are off tonight. Well, KVAL weather specialist Kim Quintero has been watching the winter weather across the Northwest for us. She joins us from the KVAL Weather Center with what's going on right now and what to expect on Christmas. Kim?
Well, we have a new storm system that is headed our way. You can see this counterclockwise spiral off of British Columbia. With it, a cold front is going to be moving in. So for folks in like the Portland area, they are seeing freezing rain right now. Tonight, that's going to transition into a rain and snow mix. For us in the South Valley, we are going to have a rain and snow mix. Now, we do have some watches in effect, winter storm warnings, in fact, for the foothills of Lane County. We also have them into the Bend and Redmond area, up into the Dalles, as well as into Jackson County. Now, along the northern Oregon coast, we do have a gale warning in effect tonight through tomorrow. Here are those temperatures right now. You see, fairly mild. Portland's in at 39. We're seeing the low 40s all the way through Roseburg. Down the close coastline, we're seeing the mid 40s. And taking a look at what you can expect tonight into tomorrow and for Santa as we head into Eugene and Springfield, let's take a look. Tonight, 36 degrees. That snow level is going to be down to about 500 feet. Little or no snow accumulation. Now, Thursday, 40 degrees, a rain and snow mix. Unless you're above 500 feet, we could see an inch of snow. And Thursday night, just plain old showers. I'll have your complete forecast in a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Kim. Turning to holiday travel tonight, most flights out of Eugene have been running late today. Those are mainly to San Francisco and Portland, where there are weather issues. Upcoming flights this evening look to be running on time, but be sure to check with your carrier before heading to the airport. In Portland, it was pretty smooth at the airport, especially compared to the madness earlier this week. Fewer than a dozen flights were canceled today. Now compare that to hundreds earlier this week. Today is one of the busiest travel days for PDX, with more than 36,000 passengers scheduled to fly. And the weather outside is still frightful at Seattle's SeaTac Airport, and the de-icers are working overtime. In fact, officials say more than 20 people were treated for eye irritation after fumes from a de-icer seeped inside an Alaska Airlines plane. None of the injuries appeared to be serious. Many roads around the state are still in pretty bad shape. Now, in the Portland area, you're still required to have chains in your car. Now, that was upgraded from a mandatory chain requirement this morning. The same applies for Interstate 84. To the south of us, the Interstate 5 passes in southern Oregon also require you to have chains in your car. And you must have chains heading over the Willamette Pass. It took a fleet of snowplows to clear I-5 this morning. This video was shot just after 9 o'clock on I-5 northbound near the 205 exit. Just a mess. Chains are required again in the Portland metro area, and ODOT urges anyone headed that way to take it slow and use extreme caution. And remember, KVAL.com is your storm coverage headquarters. We have everything from ski reports to flight information, weather forecasts, weather cameras, and road reports. And that information is continually updated for you at KVAL.com. Ever wonder what's going on when a Eugene police cruiser is in your neighborhood? Well, now an online tool gives you an easy way to find out. Today, EPD unveiled its new crime mapping service. Now, the system shows the locations of police calls for a service on an online map. Users can customize the map to see crime calls by date, type, or even location. The system even lets users specify calls for service by police beat or city council ward.
Or they can go to their city councilor and say, this is occurring in my neighborhood, and why is this occurring, and what are we doing about it? And then hopefully they can get involved with the city to be able to help combat some of these problems.
To find a link to the Eugene crime map, visit our website, KVAL.com, and click on news links. A KVAL follow-up tonight. The man accused of kidnapping an 18-year-old woman and holding her against her will is now in the Lane County Jail. Here's a picture of the suspect, 19-year-old Nicholas Nash. He was arrested by police at an apartment complex in Springfield after the victim text messaged her mother for help. The mom then called police. Well, we checked, and Nash has a criminal history, including charges of possession of methamphetamine and identity theft. Coming up on KVAL News at 6, hear from the 18-year-old victim who was held against her will. KVAL's Molly Blansett spoke with her this afternoon and has her story of escape on KVAL News at the top of the hour. The Lane Memorial Blood Bank is up and running again after an early morning fire. A fire ripped through the attic of the building around 1 a.m. Now, because the fire was contained to a part of the blood bank that isn't open to the public, the blood supply was not impacted. Even though Lane Memorial was open today, Community Affairs Manager Christine Stockdale says the fire couldn't have come at a worse time. Time is running out to finish your last-minute Christmas shopping, and the rush to return gifts is about to begin. In tonight's KVAL's Consumer Alert, Alexis Christoforous has a look at this year's big sellers and advice if you need to take things back. And if you're shopping at the last minute, now there are some stores still open tonight. Target stays open until 6 p.m. and so does Valley River Center, so you're in luck. Gateway Mall and Fred Meyer also. Safeway, that sells other stores' gift cards, closes at 7, so you've got about 2 hours to get there. Walmart stays open until 6. Well, not everyone is able to make it to the malls or be at home this Christmas, and firefighters came to their rescue with some Christmas cheer today. Children in the pediatrics unit at Riverbend got a visit from Eugene and Springfield firefighters, along with U.S. Marines and Toys for Tots. The crew did not come empty-handed. They brought plenty of gifts for the young patients. Coming up tonight on KVAL News at 5, there's something for everyone in theaters this Christmas. We'll preview the new movies that open tomorrow. Also coming up, we'll tell you how to track Santa's sleigh in mid-flight tonight as he delivers presents all over the Western Hemisphere. And Kim Quintero will join us after the break with your Christmas weather forecast. You're watching KVAL News, first, fair, accurate.